This is Leslie Reed with Indianapolis Online Community Magazine, and we're at the historic Governor's Mansion here in Indiana for the Julia Carson Legacy of Love Foundation Incorporated's Mother's Day at the Mansion, and we're just enjoying ourselves. Mother's Day at the Mansion, and I have the pleasure of being with Cheryl Shipp, Special Coordinator for the Legacy of Love Foundation for Julia Carson, and Sam Carson IV. Yes, Cheryl, tell me about this event.
Today's event is about celebrating our mothers. We're doing this in the honor and the legacy of Congresswoman Julia Carson. She was a great mother. She was an advocate for children and family. And the foundation today wanted to take the time to say, we know our mothers wear many hats. They are the glue that keeps our families and our society together. So the family and the foundation wanted to take this day to say, we salute our mothers, we're here to support you, and we want to recognize you for the endless hours that you spend making sure that we're all together. So today's event is about celebrating motherhood.
That is so fitting. And would it be safe to say, Cheryl, that this will be an annual event?
Yes, this is the first luncheon here at the governor's residence, and we will have another on next year. So this is the inaugural event, yes. Well,
we're at IC Indy. We're really glad to be covering the inaugural event, and we've got Sam Carson IV here, part of the Carson family and the legacy of the wonderful Julia Carson. Sam, what does it mean to you?
Well, I always have mixed emotions when it comes to honoring my grandmother, especially since these honorings are posthumous. That means that she's no longer with us. I miss her. She was a public servant. She was a father and also a mother. She was everything to all people. So with missing her and not having her here, of course, there's a lot of pain, but that pain subsides and turns into pride. So it's increasingly becoming more and more, I would say I'm more and more proud, if that's even possible, to be more proud of my grandmother as time passes, to have these opportunities to remember her and to pay homage to her in such a way.
Julia Carson this Mother's Day, and I've got Lisa Dandridge here, who's the coordinator for the event. Lisa, what went into coordinating events such as this?
It was an awesome process, a lot of planning, a lot of working with community leaders and those that supported Miss Julia Carson. And it went into a lot of just reaching out to ladies, and we truly want to make this a special day to keep her legacy alive.
Well, Lisa, we're glad to be here, and it's just a wonderful event. You did a wonderful job.
Well, thank you, and thanks for coming out.
The Mother's Day at the Mansion events continue. I have the pleasure of talking with Tony Kirkland, who's the Executive Director of the Indiana Civil Rights Commission. Tony, the question of the day is, what did Julia Carson mean to you?
She really meant a lot to me. She was very instrumental in just giving me some advice when I came on in 1905 working for Governor Daniels. There were several times where we would run into each other flying back from Washington, D.C., and I always miss her just giving me encouraging words to say, you know, do what's right, continue to do what is best for our people. Let's continue to still implement the laws and be willing to take a stand on what you felt that was right and be willing to, you know, make those sacrifices that you have to make and take time out to explain things to the people. Be closer tied to the community. So one of the things that I always keep that in mind, and when I see her sons, it's always great pleasure in knowing that their mother had really laid a solid foundation, not just for Indianapolis and just statewide. I mean, it's just nationally. She's a phenomenal woman.
Tony, we appreciate your comments. Take care, and we thank you.
Thank you.
To be here with the host of today's event, Mrs. Sherry Daniels, the First Lady of the state of Indiana. Mrs. Daniels, this is a beautiful event, and everyone's very appreciative of the state and the governor covering it. This is the question of the day. What did Julia Carson mean to you?
Oh my gosh, she was just like a bigger-than-life individual with a huge heart, a real sense of community, and someone who really wanted to make a difference where she lived, and she did. And I'll never forget her kindness to our family when my father-in-law passed, and she was one of the first people there. So she's just a legend. We were very lucky to have her, and now she has family members who are following her in her footsteps and carrying on her legacy.
Well, and as mothers go, is all in the realm of thoughtfulness, and we certainly appreciate your thoughtfulness in hosting this event today. Mrs. Daniels?
Oh, we are very honored to have everyone here today, and for such good reason. And again, we hold the Carson family in very high regard, and they are pillars of this community.
Thank you for spending time with IC Indy Mag. Thanks, ma'am.
My pleasure.
This is Leslie Reed with Indianapolis Online Community Magazine. If it's around Indy, ICIndyMag.com is there.